We want to look at the diagnosis of multiple pregnancy, guys. So basically, is it different? See, we have seen the maternal complications, isn't it? Some clues we had there, like, look at this. She'll have increased nausea or increased vomiting, hyperemesis, right? So you know that some symptoms are there. Hemorrhoids, swelling of the legs could be there. An unusual rate of abdominal enlargement, excessive fetal movements. Some things could be evident, right? Cardiorespiratory palpitations could be there. Shortness of breath could be there, etc. Okay. So in history, how will you know? Look at this. History, you can know whether in the family there are history of twins, or if she is taking any infertility treatment, right? Infertility treatment. Okay, then coming to symptoms, we already told you. Nausea, vomiting, etc., etc. We are not adding all that here. Basically, palpitations, shortness of breath, tendency of swelling of legs, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, unusual rate of development of the abdomen, right? Excessive fetal movements, etc. When you do general physical examination of this person, what will you see? Unusual weight gain, evidence of eclampsia can be there. When you do an abdominal examination, you can see that there is an elongated shape, right? The elongated shape of a normal pregnant uterus is changed to more barrel-shaped abdomen, okay? Barrel-shaped abdomen. So normally it should be an elongated shape for a normal pregnancy, but it's a barrel shape. Barrel will be how? Something like this, is it? What is barrel shaped? Yeah, okay, that's what they're saying. It is barrel shaped. So you will see what else? Height of the uterus, will it correspond? No, it will be more. So that is a very good indicator for us. What is height of uterus, right? You know height of uterus very well. So you know what corresponds to what, right? This below umbilicus 24, above umbilicus 28, right? So if the period of gestation is not corresponding to the fundus height, so you will know it could be a twin pregnancy. Where else are we? What are we trying to look at, guys? We are trying to look at diagnosis of twin pregnancy. Fine, then where are we? Height of uterus, then fetal poles, fetal bulk, too many fetal parts, girth of abdomen, okay? Then auscultation, let's go to auscultation. Auscultation. So auscultation, you can hear two fetal heart sounds, right? So you will be able to hear multiple fetal heart sounds. If the triplets, you should be hearing three. So multiple fetal heart sounds you can hear, right? Multiple fetal heart sounds at two separate spots, okay? And there should be a silent area in between, and you should have two observers for this, not just one doctor. Two observers are required. So then you will be able to diagnose a twin pregnancy. Remember that the heart rate should be at least 10 beats per minute. The difference in heart rates is at least 10 beats per minute. What does this mean? So one guy's heart will beat more than the other, is it? Look at this, we have written here, simultaneous hearing of two distinct fetal heart sounds FHS located at two separate spots with a silent area in between by two observers, giving a certain clue in the diagnosis of twins provided the difference in the heart rates is at least 10 beats per minute. So this is what they are telling. Now let us go to internal examination. So internal examination, what can you see? You can feel two head. One is a head is felt deep in the pelvis. The other head will be, you can locate by abdominal examination. One in the pelvis and one in the abdomen looks like. So not all this is perfect. You may miss the twin pregnancy. Okay. Now let us go to investigations. So here they are talking about sonography, right? So here you should know basically one important thing here is called as the twin peak sign, lambda sign or a twin peak sign. Look at this photo here. Here you can see a peak, something like this. So this is a thick membrane between these two. Okay. So a thick intertwin membrane or a twin peak sign, lambda sign, is indicative of two placenta, dichorionic, diamniotic. This is very good. This is what they want. Okay, see here. So this is dichorionic, two placentas and two amniotic sacs. Two placentas means, of course, two amniotic sacs will be there. Here you can see that it is thick. So they are saying that this is a thick membrane, twin peak sign. There is some kind of a, look at this, thick membrane here, triangle at the base. So this is kind of a lambda sign they are saying. Lambda looks like this, isn't it? Lambda sign. How do you draw lambda? I forgot. This is how I used to draw lambda, right? Yeah. So this is a lambda sign, twin peak sign. All of these are good. So twin peak sign or lambda sign, all these are green. They want two placentas. They like two placentas, right? It will appear as a triangle with the base at the chorionic surface and the apex in the intertwin membrane. So this is what they want. So basically between these intertwin membrane there is a potential space which is filled by proliferating placental villi, which will give rise to the twin peak sign. Okay, look at this. So here you have the twin peak sign. There are two placentas here. Okay, triangle at the base. They like it. That's why we have put it in green, dichorionic. Because if you have monochorionic, what will happen? You remember monochorionic problems, complications of monochorionic. See, monochorionic can be with two amniotic sacs or a single amniotic sac. Both of the things here are monochorionic. See, one placenta only. Here there are two amniotic sacs. Here there's one amniotic sac. But both of them have single placenta. These conditions they don't like. And especially this one they don't like. When they both have the same amniotic sac also they don't like. Okay. So basically these are the complications because of monochorionic twins. So that's why they want to see what? Twin peak sign. They want to see twin peak sign, lambda sign in the ultrasonography. So they can be sure that it is dichorionic. Okay. In monochorionic, what will happen? In monochorionic, there will be a thin membrane. Okay. So thin membrane, let us see a photo for that. That will be a T sign. T sign means it will be a thin membrane, something like this. This will be a T sign. T sign will indicate what? This is T sign. This is a T sign. T sign is indicating monochorionic. Yeah, we don't like that. What is twin peak sign? Something like this. Right? This one will be a triangle at the base. This one will indicate what? A dichorionic, diamniotic. Okay. According to me, this diagram is very confusing. Don't go with this diagram. Okay. Textbook diagram is not very convincing. Now look at this. There are two fetuses they are showing. In this one they are showing fetus 1. In this one they are showing fetus 2. Ultrasonogram showing two fetal heads. And they are checking the biparietal diameters of both the fetus. Okay. Then what is there here? Let us look at another ultrasound picture. See, ultrasound is not having ionizing radiation. Okay. So that's why you should remember it's safe in pregnancy. Triplet pregnancy, definitely I can see three things here. What do you think? Is this having three separate sacs or not? What do you think about the placenta? So basically in sonography you looked at lambda or twin peak sign, which you really like, right? Then you're looking for all those features. You're looking for, the vanishing twin and all you can see, right? Wait, go back here. You remember in fetal complications you read some term, fetus papyraceus compressus. So if there's one dead fetus, it gets compressed between the other fetus and the uterine wall. So that is a mummification of the dead fetus. So all this you can check in the ultrasound, right? So where are we? In the sonography. So here you can check for all those vanishing twins. You can check for you can date the pregnancy. You can check for fetal anomalies. You can check the chorionicity. This is the chorionicity. Whether there's a monochorion or a dichorion. Right? Then you will check for intrauterine growth restriction. You will check the presentation, the lie of the fetus. Then twin-to-twin transfusion, you can do Doppler studies and check all that. If there is twin-to-twin transfusion which is not good, then you will localize the placenta. Is it a placenta previa, etc. You can know all that. Amniotic fluid volume you can assess. Standard things of sonography only you will write, right? Those are not some special things just because of pregnancy. I mean, multiple pregnancy. Okay. Now let us look at just last one here. That is biochemical test, which you do for normal pregnancies also, right? You can check there for, I'm thinking 2 different types of fetal blood. Is it possible? But if it's identical twins, it's not possible to get that, I'm guessing. Okay, so you can just check for standard things that you check in a pregnancy, like you can check for chorionic gonadotropin, alpha fetoprotein, unconjugated estriol, etc. So these all will have double, the values could be double. So though the values are double, it doesn't mean that she's having multiple pregnancy. It's not, you cannot just diagnose a multiple pregnancy based on the levels of these chemicals, okay? Their values cannot diagnose the twin pregnancy or a multiple pregnancy. But anyways, you may find their values to be double. So that's it guys. In this video, we have looked at all the investigations, okay, for a multiple pregnancy. Diagnosis basically. What are the differential diagnoses for a multiple pregnancy? If she has a huge tummy, it could be hydramnios, right? It could be a big baby, a single baby which is big. Big baby. Then it could be ascites with pregnancy. It could be a ovarian or a ovarian tumor or a fibroid. Okay. So don't think that it is yet another baby with pregnancy, that too. And ascites with pregnancy. Okay. So now you have understood what and all in this video. In this video, we actually wanted to look at the diagnosis of multiple pregnancy. You saw by history, by symptoms, by general physical examination, by auscultation, by sonography, by biochemical test, which is not at all diagnostic. Then you can also remember the differential diagnosis that could be hydramnios, big baby, fibroid, ovarian tumor with pregnancy, ascites with pregnancy. Okay. That's it for now guys in this video. Bye bye.